That was a tragic thing to hear that girl cry for her daughter. I felt so bad, and I'm still feeling bad for her, because no one has to lose their child over nothing. It's a long road for her to come back from it, but she can. With God's help and everybody's help, she can.
When 18-year-old Ra'Mya Silvan posted her prom photos with 20-year-old Daniel Victor Romero, they looked like every other young couple flooding social media that spring. Perfect outfits, bright smiles, TikTok clips that made it seem like the beginning of a love story. But appearances are cheap. To the people who actually knew them, it wasn't a relationship at all. It was simply a prom date between friends. A single night captured forever by cameras that couldn't record boundaries, intentions, or the conversations that happened after the music stopped. When the prom ended, Ramaya was ready for life to return to normal. Daniel wasn't. In a world that too often mistakes access for ownership, no became something he refused to accept. What should have remained a happy teenage memory instead became the final chapter of Ramaya's life. A grim reminder that some people don't fear losing a relationship nearly as much as they fear losing control. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future uploads.
It is currently August 9th, 9:35. I don't know, y'all. I'm scared. The night before my first day of high school, I don't know what to expect. I've never been in a building because we have a new building and we have no schedule. They didn't give us no type of schedule, y'all. So I don't know what to expect tomorrow. It might go good, it might go bad. Let's pray it go good, because we just gotta pray, y'all. We just gotta pray, because
it feels like only yesterday that Ramaya nervously sat in front of a camera preparing for one of the biggest milestones of her young life, her first day of high school. Like so many teenagers, she documented the moment on YouTube. There was excitement, uncertainty, and the kind of innocent anxiety that comes with wondering what the next 4 years might hold. Looking back now, that video feels like a time capsule from a future she never got the chance to finish. She wasn't just recording memories. She was unknowingly documenting the beginning of a life that was moving faster than most adults could keep up with. While many students spend high school trying to figure out what they wanted to do after graduation, Ramaya was already building a career. Good grades remained a priority, but school wasn't the only place she excelled. She had discovered something she genuinely loved, the beauty industry, and she poured herself into it with a work ethic that people twice her age struggled to match.
Change your shirt. Bruh, first of all, I look good in this shirt. And second of all, I look good in this shirt. And third of all, I look good in this shirt. So tell me I don't look good in this.
hey y'all, do my lip combo with me. So at the today's lip combo. I might put some lip gloss. I don't know.
Her talent with hair quickly became impossible to ignore. What started as styling hair for people she knew soon spread by word of mouth. Friends recommended her. Their friends did the same. Before long, people throughout New Orleans were actively seeking out the young stylist despite the fact that she wasn't yet a licensed cosmetologist. Her work spoke louder than any certification hanging on a wall. She developed a reputation for producing quality results, and clients kept coming back. By her junior year, Silvan had evolved from simply doing hair into becoming a full-fledged beauty content creator. Wig installations, custom coloring, makeup tutorials, and beauty transformations filled her social media pages. She wasn't chasing internet fame for the sake of attention. She understood something many aspiring entrepreneurs never learned, that social media could become a storefront. Every video she uploaded wasn't just content. It was advertising for a business she was carefully building. Operating under the name Beats by My, Ramaya treated her brand like it was already a major company. She expanded her online presence across Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms, while TikTok became the engine that drove her growing business. Every post introduced new customers. Every satisfied client brought referrals. Every viral clip meant another opportunity to turn creativity into income. Her parents watched all of this unfold with enormous pride. It's uncommon for a high school student to earn enough money to comfortably provide for herself. Yet Ramaya wasn't asking her parents to finance the lifestyle she wanted. She was creating it herself. The money she earned paid for clothes, phones, trips, and eventually helped her purchase the things most teenagers only dreamed about owning. She invested back into her business, bought supplies, perfected new techniques, and continued expanding her clientele. There were days when she'd spend hours bleaching and coloring bundles of hair, stop long enough to record and edit content for social media, respond to customer inquiries, schedule appointments, and then still make time to complete homework before going to bed. She wasn't lazy. She wasn't waiting for someone to hand her success. She was building it strand by strand. To her family, she seemed destined to remain in the beauty industry. It was already proving profitable. Why wouldn't she continue growing something she'd already worked so hard to establish? Then, near the end of her senior year, Maya surprised everyone. She decided she wanted to attend college. She had been accepted to Loyola University New Orleans and was excited about beginning an entirely new chapter of her life that fall. Her dreams had grown beyond simply doing hair. College represented another opportunity to expand her creativity through photography, makeup artistry, content creation, and other artistic passions she wanted to explore. She was looking forward to meeting new people, experiencing campus life, and continuing to grow both personally and professionally. According to her mother, Silvan couldn't stop talking about the future. She was excited about moving into this next phase of adulthood. She looked forward to everything that comes with being 18, new experiences, new friendships, new opportunities, and continuing to spend time with the people and things she loved most, including her dog, Snow. She had plans, real plans, the kind that stretch years into the future. Unfortunately, while her career continued climbing upward, one part of her personal life seemed trapped in a cycle that refused to improve. Her relationship with Daniel had become exhausting. Friends and family had watched the relationship repeatedly fall apart and come back together. Arguments became routine. Breakups never seemed to last. Reconciliations eventually followed. Like many young relationships fueled more by emotion than maturity, it became an on-again, off-again situation that those closest to Maya hoped would eventually end for good. Still, prom season was approaching. Instead of finding someone new to accompany her, the two decided to attend together. To everyone watching from social media, they looked like a happy young couple enjoying one of high school's biggest milestones. Their prom photos quickly circulated online. TikTok videos captured smiling faces, elegant outfits, dancing, and moments that appeared almost picture perfect. Millions of strangers would eventually see those same videos and assume they were watching the beginning of a love story. Those closest to them knew differently. Prom wasn't the start of forever. It was simply one final evening before Ramaya decided she was ready to move on. Once the celebration ended, so did whatever hope remained for the relationship. The arguing resumed. The same problems resurfaced. Silvan had reached her limit. She decided there wasn't a future worth fighting for anymore and ended the relationship over the phone. There was only one loose end left. Daniel still had her iPad. She wanted it back. What should have been a simple exchange of personal property instead became the final chapter of her life. On May 24th, Romero drove to her home to return the iPad a few days after the breakup. Police say Silvan was speaking with a friend on the phone when she learned he had arrived outside her home. She walked outside to meet him. The conversation quickly turned into an argument. The friend remained on the phone long enough to hear the confrontation escalate before hearing multiple gunshots followed by Maya screaming. By the time police arrived, they found the 18-year-old dead outside her home. Investigators recovered approximately 20 spent rifle casings scattered across the scene. Court records indicate the discarded iPad was also found nearby. A neighbor later reported hearing the gunfire before seeing Romero's vehicle speed away from the area and travel down a one-way street. Authorities say Ramaya's family informed investigators that the relationship between the two had been tumultuous and that they had recently broken up. Romero was later arrested and booked on one count of second-degree murder.
From graduation to a tragedy in just days. 18-year-old Ra'Mya Rene Silvan was killed Sunday in Hollygrove, allegedly by her ex-boyfriend, 20-year-old Daniel Victor Romero. Romero was arrested Monday and is now facing second-degree murder. Tuesday, he appeared in court, handcuffed in an orange jumpsuit with his head hung for most of the hearing. His face remained emotionless, even when the judge ordered he be held without bond. According to information read by Judge Juana Lombard in court, 20 bullet casings were found at the crime scene near Hollygrove and Peach Street. According to the judge, Silvan's family told police the two were in a tumultuous relationship and had just broken up. Romero allegedly went over to give Silvan an iPad. Information from the judge indicates the two got in a fight, then gunshots. The iPad was allegedly found at the scene, and Romero's car was allegedly known to be 2 blocks away 5 minutes before a gun was fired. Prosecutors argued the number of bullets was extreme, and there was a danger to the public. They say Romero tried to hide evidence, including the gun. Although the public defender's office argued Romero's not a flight risk and turned himself in, prosecutors say he only turned himself in because his family requested he do so. Judge Lombard said he's a potential risk to witnesses.
Just 9 days earlier, she had been dressed for prom, smiling for photos that would eventually reach more than 10 million views online. Today, those same videos have become haunting reminders of what happened afterward. The comments are no longer about dresses, makeup, or prom night. Instead, many viewers write the same heartbreaking realization that the young man standing beside her in those videos would soon be accused of taking her life. Maya's story was never supposed to end this way. She wasn't simply another teenager preparing for graduation. She was an entrepreneur, an artist, a creator, and a young woman who had already proven she could build something meaningful with her own hands. She had earned the opportunity to walk onto a college campus that fall, continue growing her business, spend time with Snow, chase bigger dreams, and discover who she would become as an adult. Instead, her future ended before it ever truly began. The beauty industry lost a gifted young creator. Her family lost a daughter. Her friends lost someone they expected to watch succeed for decades. And New Orleans lost another young woman whose life had only just begun unfolding. May Ramaya Silvan rest in peace.